Okay guys, this is a quick tutorial on how to disconnect a hydraulic gooseneck trailer with a pony motor. This particular model is a Kylen and Seibert from 1997. I'm making this video in case you get in a bind and you need to use it as a reference. Make sure to download it off of YouTube so that you have it on your phone when you are out of service.
Okay, so for this, it has a starter motor, but it's not hooked up. So but it also has a pull start. So we want to just go from the off to the on position. This is the choke. Kind of no matter how hot it is, you always have to pull the choke on this thing just because that's the way Hondas are. This is a throttle. It says throttle up, you'll turn it outward, and then before you shut it down, you want to push the button and push it in. That'll bring the idle down, so that way you don't want to shut an engine down. It's like at full throttle. This thing flips up, this comes up, and then you just want to put this right there. That way it doesn't crush the hydraulic lines. It's on the on position. We've got the choke on. We've got the throttle down. Pull starts back here. As soon as it starts, you just push the choke in. And you idle it up. So that's how you control your idle. I'm going to disconnect these. And then you want to make sure to stuff them down in this hole here, because otherwise this plate will cut them in half. So you want to hide everything in there nice and tight. These are our different height settings. So I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to put this lock into this hole here. That'll allow us to be able to drop it all the way to the ground. Okay. It's going to take a while. These hydraulics are kind of slow. We want the top of this eyelet to be just barely at the bottom of, or on the top of this. So as we let it down, we don't want to put a ton of pressure on it. We want to bring it down to where it's just barely touching it. That'll release all of the pressure on the lock pin inside here. And that way we'll be able to like pull the hook back without it catching up on anything. Sometimes you'll do it all right, and then as you pull away, you'll feel it kind of tugging. So when you pull away from this thing, you don't want to pull away like really quickly, or you don't want to yank on it or anything. If it hangs up, you just want to back up again, try releasing the hook, and then it should just come right on out.
Okay.
The other thing is when you go to drop this, like if you put too much pressure on this, essentially what it's doing is it's doing this. So this is lifting it, this is dropping it. And if you do it too much, when you pull away, it'll snap. So you want to just barely bring it down. The other thing too, before you get too carried away, is this piece here that comes down and lifts the neck off the frame. You want to make sure that it's lined up. It's kind of short. Before we disconnect anything, you want to make sure that this will actually line up straight. So like that's pretty straight. You know, it's on both sides. It's a little crooked. And it's pretty easy. You don't have to move very far. Like if you just got in the truck and like moved it a little bit, that would make a big difference. And if it ever falls off, all you have to do is lift it up. Because sometimes this will fall off, right? This will fall in here.
Right.
And then the whole neck will be crooked.
Yep.
All you do is drop it on the ground and drop it onto these eyelets, and then just pull it forward. It'll drag it in the dirt a little bit, but if it's like this, it'll straighten out.
Right. Excellent.
So for now, I think that's enough.
Okay.
And the valve kind of correlates to what you're doing.
Yeah.
So we're lifting it up. So this moves down. This is the highest setting. I always run it on the highest setting.
Okay.
Just because we're out in the off-road.
Okay.
We're going to come down like this. So it'll come down real nice and fast. And it'll feel like nothing's happening. It's just slow. It takes a while for the violence to actually drop down.
Makes sense.
About there. You can see how we just started to hit the top of that over there.
Yep.
That releases the hook.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to pull forward, like I said, real gentle. Yeah. So we're disconnected now. When we go to hook back up, we want this thing to be as straight as possible. We want those eyelets to be nice and flush up against the deck, and that's kind of the most challenging part of getting this hooked back up. And the other thing is, this isn't a kingpin, so you don't want to take a run at it or commit to anything. You really want to bring this up nice and gentle. If you're loading by yourself, if you feel any kind of resistance, you want to get out of the truck and check and see what's going on. If both of the eyelets are lined up and all you need to do is give it a little love, you can hop in, you can put your lockers on, and then you can kind of just push to line it up the rest of the way. But for the most part, you should be able to gently line this whole thing up perfectly. It'll take a couple tries. Like I said, this is kind of the hardest part of the whole thing. If both of your eyelets are lined up and they're flush up against the deck, then you can release the hook. The hook will hold the ball in place, and then you're free to lift and haul as much weight as you want. So as you can see, both of those eyelets are flush up against the deck. That's exactly what we're looking for. Once we have that, then you can come over here and release this pin. Bump up our idle again. Then we lift this piece up. And we're good to lift this up. This will lift the whole deck. It takes a while.
Yeah, got
to be able to mess that up. But
male or female.
what you can mess up is sometimes they won't be engageable, so you want to kind of give them a little test. Make sure this collar is
A little
all
clock,
the way
yep.
back. We're done using the hydraulic motor. Kill the idle, shut it off, and that's it for the motor. For the engine, pony motor. Just make sure those are in. That's it. Close the lid and we're good to go.